Alright, ready. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to my vlog. I'm a little nervous to tell you this, but I think I have to. Okay, you already know that I got a cochlear implant. It's a very interesting experience. Anyways, I want to talk about the subject of ethics. That's an important part of this vlog. This is going to be a short video. I'm not going to discuss it in depth, but I will later on discuss this subject more in depth. But today this is more of an introduction. I got my cochlear implant 3 weeks ago, but it didn't get activated until last week. I've had good results from it. It's been very positive, naturally. I can't explain what the experience has been like, but wow. So, anyways, I want to talk about deaf culture and cochlear implants and how that influences deaf culture. I've thought about it. I've discussed it with people on Facebook in various groups on Facebook, various vlogs with other deaf people. I've talked with different deaf people in the area where I live, around Tucson. And many people have been positive about my decision to get a cochlear implant. Very few, and I emphasize very few, have been negative about my decision. It's interesting, the people that have been negative or who have negative feelings tend to be not well informed, not know a lot of information about the technology, and maybe that leads to misunderstanding or they get wrong ideas. That could possibly be why they're negative about it. I like to compare it to an argument that happens in religion. People who are Christians say that something isn't spiritual unless it's connected to Christ. And people who take a secular point of view say, yes, it can be religious. And the argument goes back and forth. Now, that's the same as what happens in the deaf community about deaf culture and disability. Uh, People will say deafness is a disability, and deaf people will say, no, it's part of my identity, it's not a disability, and the argument goes back and forth. It happens the same with science and religion, creation versus evolution. It goes back and forth, and it's the same type of argument here. I want to tell you how I deal with people who disagree with my decision of getting a cochlear implant. All I can do really is be patient with them and continue to educate other people. I understand that cochlear implants on kids is a very sensitive topic um, because they're not as mature as adults. It can be compared to parents who force their kids to go to church. Does it make a difference? Well, here's another part of the issue. Language and speech develop a lot before the age of 5 and 6. When kids lose their hearing before that age, before age 5 or 6, they are radically language delayed. They can be radically language delayed. After you're 5 or 6 years old, it's already your brain's neural network is going to be hard set, and it's going to be determined whether you prefer hearing or not. And so there's a risk of being language delayed. Now, I socialize with people in both the deaf world and the hearing world. I myself was not born into a deaf family. My parents aren't deaf, but they know sign language. And of course, I still see them a lot. I'll discuss about my family more in depth later on other vlogs. Oh, um, I recently bought a domain name for a new website, and I plan to move all of my videos and vlogs onto that website. And I'll move this video to that website. And it's going to have closed captioning. I have a friend who's very skilled at doing closed captioning, but he's been putting off uh, captioning some of my videos. I would do it myself, but my grammar, it's all right, but it's not very fluent. It's the same as if a hearing person learns sign language. They know sign language, but they're not like a native deaf speaker. So I need to pick up more English. I tend to be very rigid. I'm not I'm not really flexible in my English grammar. So, anyways, back to my plan about a cochlear implant. I didn't think that I could get it and become and be able to talk magically all of a sudden. The audiologist explained in my appointment that I would not automatically be able to speak English. That I would have to find my own way, develop my own skills. We discussed the risks involved with cochlear implants, and really it was really positive. Cochlear implants are a lot less risk than I thought they would be. Now look at this one. It's small, very small. It's new technology. Compared to this one, so take a look at that. I'll discuss more about technology later, different hearing technologies. About the risk of cochlear implants. Now, have you ever done drugs or do you drink? That is a lot more dangerous to life than getting a cochlear implant. Or let's compare getting a cochlear implant to driving a car. There's a lot less risk in getting a cochlear implant than getting in a car crash. Did you know that? So you can't criticize me for taking advantage of this technology. The surgeons were very professional. If they lied in their practice about cochlear implants and the risks involved, they would end up in jail, get caught by the FBI. Now, later I'm going to talk about how hearing aids and cochlear implants are different and why we cover up cochlear implants but not hearing aids. I'm going to do a lot on my website. I got a lot to get ready, pictures and editing it, and once I get everything set up the way I want it and get it perfect, then I'll post it and go live, so you can be sure about that. It's interesting. I've met a lot of parents with kids who have gotten cochlear implants, and the families want to learn ASL and be involved in the deaf community. They really want that. I met them in the hospital that I was at. I've met them on Facebook. But many deaf adults shun the parents and the kids, and it's really sad. So I thought this would be I think this is a short vlog, but I'll go more in depth later. So have a good day. Love y'all. Bye.